pin code. Hollow gods in download mode. I scream in static, breathe in rust, and all I build will turn to dust.
My name is John Escudero. This is Nick Larocco. We're from Dirt Sheet Radio. How you doing today, Persephone?
Hi, John. Hi, Nick. How are you guys? I'm good.
We're doing great. We're really quick here, so I just wanted to ask you, you are growing an insane amount of momentum right now, especially in the United States, where it seems like your people are looking at you as like that could be the next big thing.
Mhm.
You faced Mercedes Moné prior in October, but coming into this match on Friday for the Women's World Championship, do you feel any extra pressure knowing that you might have a lot more eyes on you this time? And are you going into this match with a different mindset from the last one?
For sure, I think since October up until now, things have definitely changed. And in just a few months, because it really hasn't been that long, like you said, like I had this dual contract, the announcement, I've been on Ring of Honor and, like US territories a lot more now. So, like, I feel I have grown and I'm starting to take off in the US more than I had in the past. So I think there is a little bit more of a pressure now of maybe fans of Mercedes who didn't know who I was back in October. Now will be watching it and obviously with a little bit of worry for their hero. So I think there's definitely going to be a lot more eyes, but this time around, I actually, despite that, I actually feel a lot calmer. I think there was a bit of pressure in October because it was my first one-on-one with her, and so it's a little bit of a pressure of what to expect, how to go about it. I think a lot of emotions were in that match that got the better of me. And I think this time around, I can go in a lot calmer and I can go in just out wrestling her. I was an Olympic wrestler before a pro wrestler, and this is what I've always loved is wrestling itself. And so I think this time around, I can, with that match done, and it wasn't the result I wanted, but at least the experience, I got it out of the way. And so this time around, I can go in a lot calmer and just do what I love to do and just wrestle.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, Persephone, I wanted to ask you, when you look at yourself from your debut to now, what would you say has been your absolute just biggest evolution as a wrestler? And on top of that, where do you see the next evolution taking you?
Do you mean debut like the actual, like very,
Like
very
very,
beginning?
very beginning, yes.
There is just, I think, a lot, and especially in the past couple years, there have been a lot. I think right now, maybe to the US fan base, it seems like the rocket just got strapped on me and I'm starting to take off. But maybe to those who weren't really familiar with CMLL or the Mexico territory when it comes to Lucha Libre, that rocket, I think, started back in October of 2024 when I won my first championship in CMLL. Because from there, it
Mhm.
took off of going to Tokyo to London, of winning the Grand Prix, of getting the opportunity with Mercedes the first time around. So like things in on the Mexico side have really
Yeah,
taken off. And I think that's where the first like big transformation was of training and training every day for those opportunities. And then all of a sudden they all kind of came in at once. Like it was kind of like
right.
just a big rush of like one after another after another. And I don't think people realize just how heavy it can be kind of going back and forth or like from one big moment to another without really a pause or a break. And so I think that was the first big transformation of every time there was a different opportunity, maybe a little bit bigger than the last. And it was like you don't really get a breath to get to the next step. You just kind of have to keep pushing of, okay, I just did this, but now I have to do this. Like now I have to go to Tokyo and the Tokyo Dome. And it's like, all right, well, you have to just push through it, right? And then after that, it was, well, now you're going to the O2 Arena in London. And so after that, it was now you're going to go do the Grand Prix. And like just a bunch of thing after thing after thing, which don't get me wrong, are great opportunities, but you don't really get a breath from it. So it's like, finding that will, I guess, to keep pushing. And like, despite being exhausted, you just keep on pushing. And I think that was like the first big transformation after years of just being on a grind.
Absolutely. Thank you.